We are getting ready to go on vacation, and I decided I wanted to make a couple of rice pack weights that we can use to keep things around our campsite weighted down, such as paper plates, paper napkins, paper towels, those sorts of things. And I'm making a couple extra to give to some friends who will be there with us. Start by pressing my 2 fat quarters and getting the wrinkles out. I'm pressing 3, but I'm only going to use 2. Next, I'm going to lay out my fat quarters on my cutting mat. I'm going to lay them up as evenly together as I can because I'm going to want to trim them at the same time. I line them up with the selvages meeting up on the left. I'm going to line it up on my mat. And I like to trim the selvages off right from the start. I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm just going to trim these strips at 6 inches, just the width of the ruler. And now I'm going to just square it up, and I'm going to cut it again at 6 inches. And that one's too short, so set it aside for another project. But I've cut enough to make 6 weights. So I'm going to pin right sides together. I'm going to pin 2 squares together. The pins are to help me to remember where to start and stop, so I don't sew too close together or forget to stop when I go all the way around. And I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'll turn the last corner and stop at my pin. And then I'll repeat with all 6. Went a little past my pin, so I'm just going to take out those extra stitches. Now we're back over at the pressing mat, and I'm going to trim off all the little thread tails. And I'm going to give each one a quick press before I turn it right side out. I'm going to turn each of them right side out, and I'm going to fold in the little seam allowance area, and I'm going to iron those to help them stay folded in. not so worried about my points and my corners being perfectly square. These are not getting any special purpose other than being weights. So for me, I'm not being very picky about how it looks aesthetically. Now I'm gonna pour the rice in, and you can use a funnel or make a paper cone, but I grabbed a piping bag. So I'm sticking the end of the piping bag into the fabric pouch, the beanbag area, I guess you could call it. And I'm just feeding the rice in slowly. I think overall, it was between 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 cups of rice per little beanbag or rice pack. Go grab some more rice. And go grab more rice again. Now I'm gonna take them back over to my sewing machine, and I've put 2 pins in to just keep the little seam allowance closed while I sew them. You can sew them by hand, but I needed to get it done because we're leaving soon, so I just wanted to do it on the machine quickly. And because we didn't fill them up super full with the rice, there's plenty of room to get your beanbag under your sewing machine needle. I like to give it a squeeze to make sure there's no holes and no rice pours out. And just pin them in a couple places. And I definitely backstitch. Always give it a little squeeze to make sure there's no holes. And there you have it, 6 easy rice packs to use as weights going on a picnic or to the beach. Thanks for watching.